And I am back. I made some progress yesterday. I'll make some progress today. I like my promoted stats. It kind of sucks that some classes are just the class that you had, but taller. I know that the originals are more iconic, but I wish they stuck with the promoted look. I mean, obviously they're a bit too beefcakey, but if they refined it a bit, it could have looked nice. I should be good to just do the water level now. Mouse? You have Hawksail. You're the one we're waiting for. Please save the mermaids. Goodbye. Hell yes, I want to get in the barrel. I love this song. I especially love the effects of the song now. By the way, in case you're wondering, you get higher stat ups when you level up as a promoted class than if a base class. However, no, however with that. That means that if you level up on lots without promoting, you are long-term living the stats. But like, the early game is so hard anyway, once you promote, you've made it. It's kind of hard to recommend putting off leveling up. I don't know if the original version is much harder in the late game than early game. But it's so not worth playing. Oh my god, that violin! Black Mage attack does. That's what I want to see. Money. There are still a couple of things I can buy. I might get into that at some point. I still have to buy a flare, for instance. I could have bought it by now. It's just, why should I? But all this work the Black Mage is doing without spells. So you want to go up first. Oh, you can choose up or down. It really doesn't matter which one you pick. Other than if you go up, you're stuck up there unless you have a teleport, which I do. So that's where I have to go. Just go south for that. God, that cello. What a beautiful arrangement. Good thing the only spell I have is strong against most of these enemies. Ooh. Very nice. Unfortunately, that's not any better than what he already has. Ow! Okay, I guess it's time to start healing. Those ghosts are no joke. Have I done that one yet? Even the red man is feeling quite well with that now. So just left, go down, go around the bottom. Nice. That will help me out tremendously. So I want gauntlets up here, light axe there, healing staff there. The light axe Castilla when it's used. So if I come up with those undead again, it's no problem. Should make sure I know what I'm dealing with before I make an attack. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so Major Staff, good, good, excellent, good. Where was that light axe? I've got a selection of spells I can be casting now. Like I mentioned before, you can come here earlier if you want to. And it might be worth it just for these items. Getting access to the diamond equipment and all these spells, all this money. It is really good. It's up to you whether that's worth it or not. And here we go. This is what we actually came here for. There's no encounters here that you have to worry about. Just treasure. Oh, my prayers have been answered! So I don't know if we're like above the water's surface, or if we're actually underwater and we're breathing the air. There's mermaids here, so like... If the light of the sea is lost, we will return to sea foam and vanish forever. Oh no, a world without mermaids, that would suck. Diamond armlet, the best armor in the game. Unfortunately, I've got to give it to the red mage. Kind of stuck with this path, it looks like. One of our friends went to see the world above and hasn't returned. I wonder what she's doing now. I hope she's okay. Well, she really likes her legs. You can breathe underwater? How? How? Wrong button. You really want to go left here. It wraps around and goes all the way back right. Giving you the diamond gloves and the Rosetta Stone. In the original, it was just a slab. You wouldn't know why you care about it. But we know that someone's been looking for the Rosetta Stone. Diamond helm with considerable increase in defense, and diamond gloves. So let's go with the ice shield for him. And the flame shield for him. That way, both of them have ice resistance. Save the sea. Restore the light to the crystals. Those are the crystals that the legend speaks of. Who are you? If the light of the sea is not restored, we will vanish as foam on the waves. That could just be poetry, too. Like, everyone's gonna die if the crystals are messed up. Diamond shield? Alright. Well, okay. I'm protected against electricity. Vulnerable against ice. Gotta keep that in mind. The Mirage Tower stands in the desert to the east of the continent, right? Oh, I saw someone go into the tower. Heard the most lovely chiming sound. How would you know you're on a different continent underwater? That's a so much anti-logic there. Yeah, just cast exit. This takes you back to the entrance, and you can go down this time. Oh, I've been at this for quite some time. Didn't realize how long this dungeon was. I'm not going to start complaining. I like this dungeon. It feels like I'm in the ocean. It's just big. Now this next spot is less appetizing. Less appealing? Well, where am I looking for? Less welcoming. Sandaga will be able to one-shot these guys, but at this point, who cares? I can go up that way. Yeah, looks like that's about it. I can go up this way. Could be healed. Okay. Some weird floors here. down there. But a whole lot of exploring I'll be doing in the meantime. Down first. You just get the thunder out, you don't have to walk, watch all these animations. Gotta love when the one thing that matters comes last. If he had low speed, at least that would make sense. Watch, now that I have the light axe, I'm not going to run into any more zombies. The light axe kind of obsoletes all the DS spells. But of course you need to get to this point in order to benefit from it. Never going to be able to shoot these guys down, am I? Ooh, wow. These guys are actually kind of rough. Oh shit! These are ghosts. It doesn't matter, right? The tower is probably very good. Ooh, that one's really good too. Get a lot of amazing treasures in this dungeon. I think promotion is the first thing you can get. And the volcano is so obsoleted by the time you get to it that you don't need anything. You really have no opportunity. Ugh. Weapons. Make this the gauntlet. Make this the mage's staff. Mage's. Okay. Make this a light axe. And then the giant's gloves here. Up and right. Nice. Spider is actually taking there. Oh, that felt good. Another light axe. You don't need both of them. You really do not need both of them. Anything that can be killed with 2 light axes can be killed with 1 light axe. Now, lightning axe might be nice. I'm not fighting that. Ribbon! Okay. Oh, we already have one. So that protects you against all status effects, and I think protects you against all elements. In exchange, it has very poor defenses. But with someone that has no helmet anyway, it's really good. like how some spells are just the word in Spanish. Where's the exit? Oh, you have to go all the way over here. Okay, so that's where I want to go. The end. I can go down there, then into there, then up there. Nope. That was almost bad. Oh, I wanted to heal. You want to be as close to full health as I can get. Seems even here. Let's go. Nothing in here. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing at all around here, so I just want to skip to the end. Which means go up and left. I didn't like that. I didn't like any of that. I don't like that they got to go before any of my characters got to go. Didn't like that I had to take a whole bunch of damage and had nothing on. There was nothing I could do about it. Once again, my heal didn't go off. I hate inconsistency in games. I can forgive it for Final Fantasy 1 because they couldn't figure out how to do it. Even though it does have an agility stat, and whoever has the highest of that goes first. That would have made Thief so good. Said he was the worst character. Pretty good in this one, but the original, not so much. I think he has more than enough HP. You humans do impress. I would not have thought to see you here. Watch out for the best boss in the game. It's an octopus with a cape. But do you really think you can defeat the Fiend of Water here in my own domain? Fools! These dark depths shall be your tomb. Why would you think that these depths are dark? These are just your home. Unless you pick the darkest depths to make your home. Okay, so... do no blaze, not optimal. Magic, no frost, more optimal. Haste on you. That miss just means that they already have protection. So, no shock now. Maybe haste this guy. Let's do Terra. Everyone's hasted, so slow. you want to be casting Invisible. You want it. Use some eyeglasses or eye drops. Just start attacking. Probably what I want. Very, very nice. It might be overbuffered by a bit. Where's this Jade? I think this is the biggest, most broad dungeon that you can do. So for me to get through in half an hour, it's good timing. This is the altar of water, from which the power of water flows forth. Let's scoodle. I like that the lore of this place is that I get there by taking a barrow to the bottom of the ocean. If I can breathe underwater, why can't I just like swim there? Why is a barrow better? Don't make no sense to me. So I'll go ahead and do a couple of side quests while I'm here. First of all, definitely save. So because of this with stone, I go back to the guy looking for that. Oh, there. What? Just a moment, let me see that tablet. This is the Rosetta Stone. This makes it possible to decipher Lutherian. Lufanian. Yes, of course, that's what it was. It all makes sense. Here, allow me to express my gratitude by teaching you Lufanian. There, now you can defeat Lufenian too. Lufenian. Swear the Crystals of Grace. I love that when they're done saying stuff, they all say the same thing. But all that does is allow me to not even visit, but like talk to people in this new town over here. This is the last town, by the way. It's the hardest town to get to. It's not really worth going. Well, it has some really good magic in it, so if you want that, it's worth going to. The only place to park is there, and you have to walk all the way down to it. Maybe having him cast spells is not the best idea. Uh, 25, 40 intellect. 10 intellect, yeesh. The ninja is really there for the buffs more than anything. We've seen how amazing those buffs are. last town? Lufenia. We are the Lufenians, descendants of the race that once lived among the clouds, the Sky People. We use a vessel you call an airship. It was built by one of our ancestors, a man by the name of Sid. I'm sure that wasn't in the original. The Lightbearers, and the legend is true. We have a legend that has been passed down through many generations. According to this legend, 400 years after the fall of the civilization in the sky, warriors bearing light will come forth to save our people. That's awfully specific. 400 years ago, we built a civilization of the highest order, even beyond the skies we reached. However, that is not but history now. The flying castle floats on a blue sea of stars, beyond the sky. Oh, it's in space. The Sky People would pass their memories from one generation to the next through rituals, but 400 years is a very long time, and those memories have begun to fade. The world is composed of 4 forces: fire, earth, water, and wind. Of those, we showed greatest prowess with the power of wind. High in the sky, we set a castle afloat in that azure sea of stars. How pretty. Could the mechanical beings our ancestor created still function? The castle that floats high above the clouds was once the home of our ancestors. The Mirage Tower is a gateway to that castle. But the Mirage Tower isn't the last dungeon, it just takes us to it. We came to believe there is another entity controlling the 4 themes. To ascertain its location, we sent out 5 warriors. But much time has passed since we heard of them. I hope no harm has befallen them. How much time? Like a month? 70 years? 8 centuries? We struggled for our very lives with Tiamat, the Fiend of Wind. But our power was not enough. To this day, her lair remains in the sky, the castle in the sky, the flying fortress. She lives in space, she's a space dragon. Tiamat blocked the power of wind, the source of the Sky People's strength. We placed our last hope in the 5 warriors we sent out. It's been said they fell victim to the curse of the Fiend and returned to bats. Who would say that? Who would know that? Before you leave, legendary warriors, take this chime with you. It will grant you passage into the Mirage Tower. So because of this, you kind of have to do the water temple before you do the sky temple. I've been playing a lot of Zelda. But you could just do it halfway and backtrack. Anyway, here's the best magic in the game. Flare Paleza. Full life is the best white magic too. White mages can of course get holy, but it's nowhere near as important as full life. So it's the most out of the way magic shop, but it has the best magic. Winter Wolves here. Oh my god, you go first? Wow. I wish that would happen more often. That was fun. Please? Fire effectiveness should boost his numbers, yeah. So this is where I'm going next, but let me go to this shop over here. Black map. Yeah, it's not level 4. I want the level 4 stuff. Level 8 stuff, excuse me. Paralyze every enemy. Why would I ever do that if I can just kill it? I can just cast Flare and kill them all. And that's true with all of these. Flare is just a better spell. Now I believe this is better I think that's a better piece of equipment than the diamond gloves. Same stats, but... What about... It's not here? Just do... Here we go, to guard against lightning. Guard against lightning. I think the helmet and the gloves don't give any protection, but this protect ring does, so it is the best gauntlet you can get. Because of this, I don't have to worry about instant death anymore. That's nice. So see how his accuracy says 98%? You can only get up to 100%, and at that point, he's doing all the attacks that he can. Never even attacked with the cat claws. Let's do a quick little cheeky rest. There's no inn in this town. There it is. But let's buy a whole bunch of items. I have nothing else left to buy. Which means I like 30 of these. So I have a bunch left, right? Ah, okay. Buy 50 of these. Wow. Okay. I won't even have 6 opportunities to use the cottage. There's no reason to get that. It's nice and cheap, I believe. Yeah. Let's go with that. It's so... Oh, wait. I could have gone to that, caravan. Not yet. It's a bit too late to wait, so... Right, so that's the Mirage Tower. I can't just park there, I can't just park in the desert. But there's a nice little spot right here that you can park. And next up... Sandworms. Next up, the final dungeon. After this, I will have saved the world from Ganon. See you guys later.